Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, YouTube fans. This is TheSkullKlown. Finally, I get to talk about this shit. Okay? The diversity in these Marvel movies. Alright, no, I want to point out certain things that these YouTubers have fucking goddamn say. Fucking idiots. I'm gonna point two examples and I will show you their videos. Alright? Alright? Because me and my friend, me and him are talking and shit like that, and then we see this shit and we're like, what the fuck's wrong with you motherfuckers? Seriously, what the fuck is wrong with you motherfuckers? You do realize we would never get this shit ever again. I hope you know that. But go ahead, criticize it, talk shit about it, push your fucking stupid agenda, because that's what you are. Again, going back to what I said in my video, ever since Ghostbusters 2016, all these high YouTubers have been all fucking goddamn fake as fuck. You have been. You have been. All you motherfuckers are fake as fucking. All of you guys have become what you hated. A SJW piece of shit Nazi wanna bitch. You're a Karen. You're a Karen. You are. You're a Karen. You're a Karen. Alright? And I'm gonna show you that it's subconsciously racism too. I am. Alright? That's what it is. Subconsciously, you're racist. You really are. You really fucking are. Let me point an example of, Miss Marvel. I thought the show was fine, And then, most people are like, oh, but they're not showing the diversity of that culture and shit like that. I'm like, I wouldn't know because I'm not part of that culture. So-called Afro-Hispanic. I'm not what Miss Marvel is, And I'm not her demographic, but I still enjoyed the show, The people that are that demographic enjoyed the show and loved it. How come this is not in my fuck? And loved it. Why? Hold on. Damn. I put it in my fucking watch later list. Why is this not doing it? Alright, this is so fucking, I don't know where to go right now. But the diversity of this, you guys, what do you guys want? No, seriously, what do you want? You want to talk about diversity in Miss Marvel, but it's not representing you. So that's subconsciously racist. If you're not one of those ethnicities and you get offended by it, stop getting offended for other cultures that's not your own. You racist motherfucker. Seriously. Oh, how is that racist? It's because you're being offended for someone that's really not you. And maybe it's not racism, but it's some type of form of some type of sick fucking pleasure you have, actually. Yes, it is. It's some type of sick fucking pleasure you have. Leave that shit alone. Let the people that are part of that diversity talk about it. Don't let some Asian or so-called Afro-Hispanic or black person, so-called black person, talk about this stuff. Because it's not about them. It's about certain types of people. This is from, you know what, I don't even have to say it. You don't want diversity, Miss Marvel and Miles Morales. This is from a brother. But you know what? I'll get to that soon. Hold on for a minute. Okay. Alright. Hopefully it could be there right now because I had to put that video back on my watch later list. So I'm going to leave YouTube, then come back, and hopefully it'll be there. Because sometimes when you do check on your watch later list after you just put it there, it's not there. At least that's my experience. I don't know about you guys. So, but yeah. I don't get the... literally, anyone that's hating on that diversity type shit, you need to grow the fuck up. You need to grow the fuck up. It's like the whole shit of oh, well, your God is better than my God type of shit. Grow the fuck up. Grow up. Grow up. Grow up. Grow the fuck up. You see? Fucking giving me fucking, what is it? Fucking giving me bullshit right now. Seriously. Alright. Let's go all the way down here. So I'm going to show you guys, and I'm going to break this shit down. Alright? To be honest, I don't give a fuck if people disagree with me. At this point, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Because if you're acting so childish like this, then I'm just gonna laugh at you and ignore your ass because you're stupid. And this is why no one can't have fun with the Marvel shit. Even if they think it's corny or it sucks, the people that are having fun with it, let them have fun with it. Oh wow, it's not showing my watch later list. I wonder why. Oh, it's right here because I already have it. All right, I'm gonna put this right here. All right, I'm gonna put this right here. All right, I'm gonna have to. Let's do some classes, shall we?
The video or.
All right, let's go.
Right off the bat, I need to address something. This is not the typical content that you would find on.
Okay, we don't have to listen to that crap. We don't.
This video, as you might be able to tell, is not very heavily scripted. I have bullet points and I have some key sentences I want to say, but overall, I am just kind of winging this and just talking.
And this is not from the brother that I was talking about. This is another video.
My sentences and my ideas will kind of form as I.
But you could look at the YouTuber's name.
This section is probably going to reach about a minute long. So
I don't care.
Before I do that, I just want to mention that I will be using a lot of trailer footage in this video because I will be talking about recent movies and shows. So I don't want to spoil anything. So if you're worried about that, don't be too worried. And also, I would like to ask everyone to either subscribe or just watch this video all the way through and then check out my other videos. Other than that, just tell me what you think of this video format, and if it pops off, maybe I'll make more of them.
Just get to the point.
I was born in the year 2002, which makes me 20 years old. And if you were to look back at 2002 and look at the popular superhero shows that were going on around the time, you might be able to assume I watched shows like Justice League Unlimited, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and Spectacular Spider-Man. These truly were the shows I grew up on. I love these shows, and to this day, I get nostalgia every time I listen to that Justice League Unlimited theme song, or that Earth's Mightiest Heroes theme song, and that Spectacular Spider-Man theme song. Those theme songs really fucking slap. The reason I love those shows is a pretty obvious one. They were made for me, and specifically my age range. I love the action in them and the characters in them. They were pretty funny, they were kind of lighthearted, but at the same time, in some moments they could become pretty dark and have some adult themes. Of course, when I was a kid, most of those adult themes flew right over my head, and I was just able to enjoy it because it was a simple superhero show. There was good guys saving the day from the bad guys. But just like everyone, I started to grow up a little, and instead of watching these kind of kiddie shows, I started gradually evolving into watching the MCU as my main source of superhero entertainment, like every single other person in my age range. Something I specifically remember is 2012's Avengers being the very first movie that I wanted to go see day one, but I eventually just saw it like 2 or 3 days after release because my dad wouldn't take me day one. But that was my first realization that these individual movies were building up to something grander, and the Avengers definitely wasn't going to be the end of it. To me, as a growing kid, these movies felt a lot more adult and sophisticated than just a single season of Earth's Mightiest Heroes or Justice League Unlimited, because those were just kind of loosely connected episodes that would build into a season of, like, finale or season arc. But this felt like every single thing was a building block, and it would lead to something real. If we skip ahead past phases 1 and 2 of the MCU, I was probably around 13. So again, just like with the animated shows, I was right around the age that they were making these for. They're all rated PG-13, so it makes sense that they're made for people around that age range. They can pick up sort of on the more adult theme, while still heavily enjoying the things that were made for them, like all the jokes and all the superhero action and all the colors and explosions and all that stuff, which there's nothing wrong with. But again, as you get older, you're probably going to start enjoying more of the story side and less of the more just action and pure comedy and fun, explosion, color stuff, which leads me directly into Thor: Love and Thunder. Again, if you haven't seen Thor: Love and Thunder, I'm not going to spoil anything specifically. I'm going to talk more generally and broadly about the whole entire movie, which might actually be beneficial. I wish someone told me these things before I went into the movie without going into it thinking it was going to be, Thor Ragnarok, but better. It's not. Thor.
And that is your problem. That's a lot of people's problems around here. Oh, it's gonna be like Thor Ragnarok. Oh, it's not. It sucks. Your hypeness. I should be hyped for this. This is Marvel and all this shit. So why are you saying the Phase 4 sucks? Didn't you hear me from the beginning of the video? Have fun with it. We're never gonna get this shit again. So I'm not saying there's not bad shit or anything like that. Look, the biggest flaw I have with the MCU is that when they have a great moment, they ruin it with funniness. That's the only complaint that I have with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Other than that, I have no fucking complaints. No fucking complaints. I'm having fun, I'm enjoying myself, and I keep watching them. Everyone else that's bitching, saying that, oh, I want this to happen in WandaVision. Oh, I didn't get it. This show sucks. Well, you know whose fault is that? It's your fault. Because these developers are not going to listen to your fucking sorry ass. Oh, they should follow the comic book. They're not going to do that because that's too predictable. And you will know what the fuck is going to happen. You idiot. And then you will complain about that too. Well, it's too predictable and I saw what was going to come. But didn't you say you want it exactly like the comic book? You want it to be like the comic book? Where's your standard? Where's your fucking double-edged sword, you motherfucker? I'll go back to this motherfucker soon. Seriously. Yeah, I said it. I said it. Because I'm sick of people like this. I am. I'm fucking sick of people like this. Seriously, grow the fuck up. Grow the fuck up. I don't care if someone does a reaction video or a response video to this being like, well, you're stupid in this and that. I don't care about your fucking opinion with this shit. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. If you're acting like this, I'm not going to listen to you. I'm not. I'm not going to listen to you because I don't care what your opinion is at that point. I don't. I really don't. I really fucking don't. Seriously. Oh my God, I was going to say something. But I shouldn't. Let's go back.
Love and Thunder is a pretty fun movie. It's got a lot of color and action set pieces and explosions, and everyone's really funny, right? It's so funny, guys. It's literally so fucking... It's not. It's really just not a funny movie. It's, you know, got some jokes in it. It's got way too many jokes in it, but it's not funny. I don't go and I watch it and laugh. I watched it and I was like, okay, when are they going to actually take it seriously? Thor Ragnarok struck a very delicate balance. It was able to be funny at some moments, also heartfelt at some moments, and pretty dark at some moments. But Thor Love and Thunder doesn't strike that. It does the exact opposite, and it's just too funny. I feel like what happened was...
It's too funny! Too funny! See, this is the problem that I have with people. Oh, it's too dark. Oh, it's too funny. What do you want? Oh, a middle ground. You do realize sometimes we don't get that shit, right? Some of your favorite movies of all time don't even fucking goddamn do that. So shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Okay? Seriously. God. I was going to mention Halloween, the first Halloween movie, because if you watch the Halloween movie without the soundtrack, it sucks. Put the soundtrack in and it's fucking amazing. It's scary. Don't put the soundtrack in, it's not scary. But that's probably another topic. That's probably something else. I just had that in my head. But let's continue on.
They saw Thor 1 and 2, and everyone's like, these are boring, and these are not funny, these are too dark, and they just kind of suck. So Taika Waititi saw them, and they were like, okay, I'll make it more lighthearted and more funny. People liked it, so he's like, okay, I'll make it more lighthearted and more funny and take it less seriously. And now it's gone too far and too off the rails. But at the end of the day, this is just my opinion, and while I might think that this movie doesn't take itself seriously enough, some people think that this movie is great. They love the lighthearted tone, and they love that it doesn't take itself too seriously. These are the people that liked Ragnarok, not because it struck a balance and that was well executed, but because it just simply had more funny moments. And I would assume that a lot of these people are probably on the younger side. Also, just based off of general observations, I'm able to
Okay, hold on. Look, they're all going to be people that do like the funny stuff and the actiony stuff because, you know, for a younger crowd and shit like that. But I'm 29. How old do you say you were? You were 20. I'm 29 years old and I still enjoy the whole spectacle of, you know, of a blockbuster movie. Because apparently we can't fucking have that anymore. We can't have a fucking blockbuster epic. We can't have that anymore. We can't. We can't. No, supposedly we can't. Oh, yeah, we can't because all these superhero movies. No, we still can with these superhero movies. Is that you guys don't want it because you guys want to complain like a bitch still. Alright?
Confidently say that this is a subset of people. This is a minority within the greater MCU, fandom. And that brings me to the reason I brought up Thor Love and Thunder in the first place. I think people that are just like me, people that are around my age, are starting to realize that these movies are not really made for them anymore. And while it might seem obvious on the surface, we grew up loving these movies, and we expected to always love them, and that we'll always, love the MCU and stay caught up with it, and we're never going to miss another movie, and we're going to be there day one for every single movie. But that might not be the case. We probably will just grow out of it and stop loving these movies as much as we used to.
Oh yeah, that's how. That's how that's. I'm going to end this video. I mean, not. I'm going to end his video right here because why should I watch his whole shit? Oh, you see, you didn't watch the whole video. Why should I? I already point out some stuff that he said. All right. Seriously, let's go back a little bit. Let him.
It's another movie, and we're going to be there day one for every single movie. But that might not be the case. We probably will just grow out of it and stop loving these movies as much as we used to.
Sounds like the people that played Kingdom Hearts. Oh, I grew out of Kingdom Hearts. No, it wasn't that. They made it. They made it the way they did. All right? You didn't grow out of Kingdom Hearts. They just made it what they did. What Kingdom Hearts 3 was. We don't have to discuss that. But with this one, you do realize...
Miss another movie, and we're going to be there day one for every single movie. But that might not be the case. We probably will just grow out of it and stop loving these movies as much as we used to if they don't change along with us. And that's what this whole entire video is about.
So, how do you want them to change? You do realize the state of the world we're on right now, right? Even if they even mention a little bit of what they mention in here, automatically, oh, it's political. Oh, they're pushing an agenda. Oh, how dare they? So you don't want them to talk about what's happening to this world, or you don't want them to talk about any stuff that you think is political. Because, saving the planet is supposed to be political at this point, right? Is it? If you think it's political for you, at this point, oh my God, you better not find me in an alley. You better not find me in an alley. You better not find me in an alley. I'm saying that right now. All right? Don't come with that shit with me. All right? Because I'm talking high knowledge type shit. I ain't talking about what you guys have a mentality of like, oh, this should be this and this should be that. Look, I'm not saying, oh, ever since you became spiritual, you're acting like this and that. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that ever since I became more in tune with myself, I see the truth of what you guys are fucking putting out here. And I see what you guys are trying to do.
How the MCU hasn't really shifted and changed for us as an audience, so we've moved on to things that are more adult and more sophisticated and have more nuanced themes.
I get it, because I did that with Kingdom Hearts 3, right? I went to Shin Megami and Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest 11, But at the same time, was Kingdom Hearts having fun of what it was doing? Was Kingdom Hearts 3 having fun of what it was doing? No, it wasn't, to be quite honest with you. I haven't watched a new Thor movie, so I can't really say. But the other stuff that people complain about, I had fun with. I did. The Loki, WandaVision, and all that, Miss Marvel, I had fun with it. You hear that? I had fun with it. Fun. Remember when you used to watch a movie and you decide to have fun with it because, hey, it's a movie and you're supposed to have fun with it? There's a difference when the movie is literally talking down on you, disrespecting your intelligence, or just having fun. Even if it's just a cringy, jokey joke. Oh, She-Hulk is so cringy. You never watched an anime? You never played a video game? You never watched a TV series that had that type of shit? See, when it comes to that type of shit, to me, I don't believe you. Oh, that's cringy. I don't believe you. I don't think you're a real person. I really don't think you're a real person. I think you're a fucking goddamn robot at this point. Because what? Seriously, you're going to have that type of mindset? You're going to think like that? Okay, that's fine. Go ahead and think like that. Because look, again, going back, whatever happened just having fun with movies. Some idiot is going to be like, oh, well, CHUCKY, you should be doing that with the Child's Play 2019 remake. Throw that shit in my face one more time, motherfucker. Come to my house. Come to my fucking goddamn house. No, you won't do that because all you're going to do is fucking comment because you're a bitch. There's a difference with Child's Play 2019. With Child's Play 2019, they decided to just fuck up everything. Okay? Because they thought they knew about what Chucky was. No, they didn't. They decided to change something else. And I talk about, look, in a spiritual enlightenment way, what they really talk about in Chucky 2019 is basically telling you that they're making toys out of robots and making toys of AI shit, and your kids are going to see that and buy it, and then all that, basically how your phone is and how your computer is. That's what the movie's trying to do. Right, the government and all that shit spying on you. That's what the movie's trying to invade a little bit with the Child's Play 2019 remake. But overall, when you look at the Chucky aspect of it, it's failed completely. Failed fucking completely. That's not Charles Lee Ray. That's not Chucky. That's a fucking Terminator bot. That should have been called a different fucking goddamn movie. Should have been a fucking teddy bear. Oh, Bunny Loves You. That's a better Child's Play remake than the Child's Play remake. God. Let's continue on.
Like The Boys. If you are above the age of 18 and you haven't
I knew people were going to mention The Boys with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Because why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? Oh, The Boys is giving us so much shit and so much. You do realize, like, the person that made The Boys, not the show, but the comic book, they didn't give a fuck about superheroes. You give a fuck about superheroes. But the guy that made The Boys didn't give a fuck about superheroes. That's why in the comic book of The Boys, he killed all the characters off. He didn't give a fuck about none of them. He didn't give a fuck about superheroes or none of that shit. That's why he made it the way it is. And I'm glad they didn't do that in the TV show because I know if they did that in the TV show, some other people would be like, well, you're just disrespecting superhero movies and this and that. And then you're going to have other people being like, hey, look at this stuff. They're making fun of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And they're making fun of all of these superhero movies. Yeah, they do suck. They do suck and all that shit. Even though The Boys is literally respecting the superhero genre. Literally, they are. They're not disrespecting it. They're respecting it. Alright? Seriously. And The Boys is good. The Boys is really, really good. You should watch it. Yes. But if you're comparing it to the MCU, what the fuck's wrong with you? Oh, but I want that type of style from the MCU, for the MCU and shit like that. They're owned by Disney and Marvel. Did you hear what I just said? They're owned by Disney and Marvel. Disney! You think they're gonna fucking do that shit? You think they're gonna show a fucking goddamn sausage fest on a fucking in your fucking goddamn face, you gay fuck? Is that what you want? Is that what you want? What else you want? The thing is, too, when you look at some of the Marvel comic books, they kind of like The Boys, too. They don't have a lot of blood or anything like that, but they're kind of violent. They kind of like talk about things that are like, oh shit. And look, going back to what I said, I don't blame other people seeing this viewpoint, but at the same time, when it's blocking your fucking shit of you enjoying this shit, then I'm going to look at you like, just enjoy it. Like, I'm not saying don't pick, stuff out that are flaws, because I do that too, but I'm having fun with it still. And I'm laughing and having a good time with it. But, because if I start complaining about all this stuff, everyone would tell me, oh, you complain too much. But yet, with these high YouTubers that have 155K views, they complain all they want, right? They could complain all they want. But a small channel like me can't fucking complain about it, right? See, it's one of those standards that pisses me off too, man. Where's your standard? Where's your set of cojones? Where's your fucking balls? Where is it? Oh, that's right. It's in your little mommy's purse. Because that's what you have is a pussy. You have sand in your vagina. That's what it is. That's what it is.
The Boys. I would highly suggest you go watch it. And again, I'm not going to spoil anything because I want this video to be pretty accessible. But I will say that it does have a bit of a darker tone. By darker, I mean it gets dark. It deals with a lot of real world aspects, and it pulls a lot of its themes.
The thing is, too, he's probably going to mention, Winter Soldier and Hawkeye. He's probably going to mention that. I think he does. I think I've seen this video before, and I know he mentions it. If it's not this one, it's another guy.
From real world things like Hollywood and politics. And despite what you...
The thing is, too, that type of shit, what he just mentioned, is exactly what people complain about. And yet they want that in their shit, and they still complain about it. These type of people still want that shit in their shows, but they still complain about it. They still complain about it. I will show you another video after this still, too, because I'm not done. I'm not done. I'm not done with these motherfuckers.
You might have seen, it's not just all shock value and swearing and nudity and stuff. It's got some actual grit.
Like the MCU is doing that. Well, he didn't say they are doing that. Okay, fine. But you acting like they are. You guys are acting like they are doing that. But they're not. Going back, you think they're gonna fucking listen to you? No, they're not. They're gonna grab stuff from the comic books, they're all similar, and change a few things. Because they don't want to be exactly like the comic book. Newsflash for you, if you want to get the comic book version, read the comic book version. And by the way, that's part of the MCU. Yeah, that's something that people hate too. All the Marvel movies and all that shit are part of the MCU now. Because the multiverse and shit like that. But you guys hate that much. Why you hate it? That's how I know you're not a fan. That's how I know you don't give a fuck about this franchise. As a fan, you would have been like, yes, 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 yes. I love it. But apparently you guys hate it. It's not canon to the MCU. All they're saying is that other movies are part of this universe because it's the multiverse. That's it. What do you think we got that Spider-Man movie? Stupid concept, right? And everyone cheered and jumped for joy for that movie. And that movie has flaws too. But everyone was like, that's what you're doing. And I'm over here like, looking at you guys like, okay, so if Spider-Man, if Spider-Man does it, it's fine. But if Venom or Doctor Strange do it, WandaVision does it, it's terrible. It's god-awful. Throw away the kitchen sink, right? Throw away the whole thing. Start the whole shit over. Why do you think DC is the way it is right now? Because of fans like that. I'm dead serious. DC, in my opinion, would have gotten through in full throttle with another series and another multiverse in a way if it wasn't for fans like that. I'm dead serious. What do you think? Everyone's complaining, oh, Warner Bros. Is not doing anything with DC and shit like that. I'm like, yeah, because all of you are complaining and they don't know what to do because you guys keep complaining. Call a spade, idiot. When a company is looking at the fan base and they doing it and you guys still complain, what they gonna do? They're gonna leave the characters to die because you guys are still complaining. For kind of loud, people still complain when they're doing Batman movie. So if I was Warner Brothers, I definitely would have been like, okay, you know what? Fuck it. We're going to do what we do, and if anyone complains about it, fuck them. And if they still complain, if majority of people still complain about it, how about this? We retire all these characters. We're not going to do a fucking cinematic universe. Fuck you. Oh, but there's money to be made. Oh, now you want to fucking defend it, right? Now you want to fucking defend it? Where's your fucking standard? Are you thinking? Or you just want to, say shit out of your mouth because it's fun? See, I don't say shit out of my mouth because it's fun. Alright? I say stuff out of my mouth because I'm thinking and I'm hearing what the fuck these people are saying, and I'm like, are you dumb? Are you dumb? Are you just slow like a fish? It's the same thing with the new Wednesday trailer. The new Addams Family. A lot of people are like, oh, Gomez doesn't look like what he looks like. Gomez looks perfect. He's exactly what he's supposed to. Have you seen what he looks like in the comic book version? Newsflash. He's supposed to be short. In the 90s version, he's almost the same height as his wife, but he's not supposed to be like that. In the 90s version, that's fine. Because it's a different version. This is a different version too. And he's smaller. That's fine. For crying out loud, what was it? There was one version of the Addams Family that had Tim Curry in it, and Tim Curry was taller than his wife. So, Why are you complaining? Like, oh, so the man is just supposed to be taller than his wife now? So if a short guy marries a tall woman, we're all going to make fun of him now? Is that where we at? Is that where we at now? Oh, he doesn't look like no, he does. I showed literally to my friend, and my friend is literally, you know, talking a little bit of She-Hulk of like, nah, not into it and all that, and which is fine. But when he looks at the Gomez of the Wednesday TV show, he's looking at that, I'm like, that's accurate. That's comic book accurate. And it is. Gomez in the new Wednesday is comic book accurate. And if you see him cross over with Scooby-Doo, it's still comic book accurate. That's what they look like. Again, going back, you want to complain just to complain. Alright? Oh, he looks stupid. The buck teeth and shit like that. Yeah. Gomez is not You think Gomez is supposed to look handsome? The 90s version just gave you that. Handsome and all that shit, but he's not supposed to be handsome, man. He's not supposed to be handsome. And is he supposed to be charming? Yes, he is. But these are people that love horror shit. So no shit, they're gonna look a little bit horror or something like that, or dressed like horror-ish. It's the same thing when it goes to the Monsters. Oh, the Monsters trailer sucks. Yeah, you hate it so bad, and it got such a backlash that you just released it on DVD. Doesn't even come out in theaters or select theaters, just release it on DVD. When I saw that shit, I'm just like, wow. That's how scared the studio was? At that point, why'd you make the film? Why'd you agree to it? Why'd you make the movie? You guys want these superheroes to come, but you guys are so scared of these developers doing their own thing of the comic book. Because you want it to be comic book accurate so fucking bad, and that's never going to happen. That's never fucking going to happen. Let me tell you something. There's even people right now that look at the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man and say that's shit. That is shit? That is shit? See, that type of shit makes me want to punch the living shit out of you. Oh, that's toxic. No, you're toxic. You're the extreme toxic of like, I don't want to fucking be around you. That's the type of shit that I don't want to be around. Alright? I'm dead serious. Because if you're around me and you act like that, I swear I'll punch you straight in the fucking throat. Don't act that way in front of me. Don't. Because I'm letting you know right now. Okay? Because that stupid child mindset pisses me off. Alright? It does. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Seriously. You're killing me. So you want everything on a silver platter like a fucking 2-year-old. That's what you want. You want everything on a silver platter like a fucking goddamn 2-year-old, because that's what you are. A 2-year-old. You're a 2-year-old that doesn't... The thing is, even a 2-year-old will look at this stuff and won't fucking complain, because they will have fun with it. And I'm not talking... And the kids that are growing up with this stuff, yo, if any of these kids are watching this stuff and you're enjoying it and you're loving it, enjoy it. Enjoy it and love it. Because eventually, your generation is going to talk about this in the future, and everyone that talks shit about it is going to be like, yeah. It was good. Guarantee you. Guarantee you. Because that's how the internet is. You fucking hypocrites.
Great storytelling.
And this motherfucker will say it too. Watch. Give it to... I was going to say give it to 20 years, but we don't have 20 years. We don't have 15 years. Hell, we don't even have 5 years.
You can never predict where their show's gonna go.
We don't want to have 3 years.
Actual characters in it as well. Every single person has motivations, and they have real intentions. They're not just these 2D templates of good guy, bad guy. Everyone can do good and bad things, just like in the real world.
Okay. And that's why I end his shit right now. Because look, we got stuff like that in the MCU, but no one paid attention to it because everyone wanted to focus on the negative shit, on the shit that's bad, or on the shit that they hate. Like the whole shit in Black Widow where her sister was like doing that pose and having fun and shit like that. I started laughing at that part. So many people hate that shit. And I look at you like, okay, this series is not for you. This whole shit's not for you. But I'm a Marvel fan. Then stop complaining about it, you stupid, dumb motherfucker. Why are you complaining about it when they just having fun? I get it. You think you don't, again, you don't think there's not flaws with this series? I've pointed out to you already. Every time something epic and grand happens, they want to throw some funny in it, and it ruins the whole experience. I get it. I've been through that. But guess what? I'm still having fun with it because there's still fun shit in it. You guys are acting like there's 1,000 things fucked up with it, and there's only one thing right with it. Stupid? Are you high? Are you high? Let's go to this fucking piece of shit right now. And I hate to say that. I hate to say that to a brother, but I hate to say that to a brother. Seriously, I hate to say that. But you know what? Sometimes it needs to be said, because when you're not thinking logically or you're not thinking in general, then I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't know. But let's look at this.
Diversity is an ever-present topic in today's media.
Yeah, this is. You don't want diversity. Miss Marvel and Miles Morales. So, I want to point this out right here. It says you don't want diversity. Who doesn't want diversity? No, let's talk about this for a moment. Who doesn't want diversity? Who? It's not in the title. Who? See, you could have just said Marvel doesn't like diversity. You could have just said that. But you put, you don't want diversity. So who's the you? Who's the you? Who is the you? Who is it? Who? Freaking being like New Day here. Who? Seriously, who? Who is you? People are fucking idiots, man.
Whether it's your video games, movies, TV shows, and other content, you're very likely to see people of different creeds and colors, especially so in recent years. Many industries have made incredible leaps in representing groups with little to no media presence, or whose past portrayals have been questionable. With the global popularity of some franchises, it's obvious that people from a broad range of different backgrounds will be consuming that media, and the fact that more people get to feel included is great. One such franchise is the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and with Ms. Marvel having aired its final episode just a couple weeks ago, Phase 4 has been the MCU's most diverse phase yet, and that's something to be celebrated, right? Well, no, not exactly. Let's take a step back from Marvel. On the surface, diversity may seem like a simple thing to achieve. You have a story full of white men, just reboot it and replace them all with literally anything else. Disney's Little Mermaid, black. Johnny Storm, black. Aquaman, Hawaiian.
See, that right there. Subconscious racism. Why are you so offended that there's a black area in a black Superman? Yes, they want to have a black Superman. Why are you offended about that? And this is from a brother. Why are you offended about that? You should be happy about that shit. You should be happy. Oh, when I found that out, I'm like, cool, we're going to get a black Ariel, or oh, cool, we're going to get a black Superman. Cool. The internet. Fuck you. That can't happen. Oh, that can't happen. That's unrealistic. All of you are fucking racist. All of you are racist as fuck. Maybe you get offended of a color area is because you're subconsciously racist. That's what you are. You're subconsciously racist. That's what you are. You're subconsciously racist. That's what you are. And some of our own kind are like that too. Because they want to be so right next to the white man. Yeah, I said it. You want to suck the dick of the white man so much that you don't want to learn the history of what he did to you. To your ancestors. Oh, this is an enlightenment video. No, it's not. It's fucking fact and true. Why are you trying to hide that as a political type of shit? Oh, is that political? Being hung up in a chain because your color, and then a pregnant woman her baby gets fucked up because a white man literally took her baby out of a womb and stomped on it? That's political? That's political. Don't fucking start with me. Don't fucking start with me, or else you're gonna see the dragon eyes. Okay? Shit. I am dead serious. The shit that I can do in the physical realm is nothing what I could do compare in the astral realm. Don't even come at me. Don't come at me with this shit. Cause that is subconsciously racism. I even told my friend that. He's like, bro, yes. And I'm like, thank you. Thank you. It's subconsciously racism, man. Wake the fuck up. Okay? It's the same thing when people talk about with Miss Marvel. I'm like, well, to be honest, the Indians, the people that represented in Miss Marvel, their people were like, yeah, that's great. I love that. They were representing my culture and shit like that, you know? But once it comes to our people, so-called color people like blacks and Afro-Hispanics and shit like that, you can't represent Ariel, the Little Mermaid, as a carbon person. Please don't. Maybe they're representing Ariel as a carbon being is because they're telling you the truth of who literally the mermaids are. They're color people. They're not white people. Are you stupid? Are you stupid? Do you really think an angel looks white? An angel's not going to look like a white man or a white woman. I'm telling you that right now. You dumb fucker. You whitewashed piece of shit. That's what you are. You're racist to your own kind, and you have that fucking whitewashed brain shit in your fucking goddamn head. Or, because you don't want to believe that you're powerful than anyone else around here. You don't want to believe that you're better than your fucking suppressor. The fuck's wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? In this video, I'm in 1 minute and 14 seconds into this video. And how long I'm in? 41 minutes in. 41 minutes into this video. I'm not done. I'm still keep going. Aquaman. Oh, by the way, Aquaman's supposed to be a brother. He's not supposed to look like this, by the way. And don't even talk. I don't even have to mention this bitch. Do I have to? No, I don't think we do.
Something that's done very, very often.
You see, look, hold on.
A little bit of this and a little
No, look. Go back.
Step back from Marvel. On the surface, diversity may seem like a simple thing to achieve. You have a story full of white men, just reboot it and replace them all with literally anything else. Disney's Little Mermaid, black. Johnny Storm, black. Aquaman, Hawaiian. It's genius. You just take your Caucasian character, do a little bit of this and a little bit of this.
Boom, right there. You see that? You see that? This is coming from a brother. And he's literally like, yeah, just grab a white person and, make them color. And there you go, diversity. You guys are subconsciously racist. Are you thinking? You're not thinking. Look, this is what they're doing in Hollywood right now. Why? Because the planet is doing something right now. The planet is literally doing something right now. That's why they're doing something to tell you what's going on in this planet and what's going to happen to you, color person. Okay? So look at these movies and fucking pay attention. Right there, that's subconsciously racism, man. It is. When these Hollywood people are making a Superman movie and they're making him dark-skinned, a carbon person, that's for a reason. That is for a reason. Okay? That is for a reason. They're making Ariel copper, they're making Ariel carbon, that's for a reason. Because they're telling you, guys, we live in a time now, they have to tell you the truth. These Hollywood people and all that shit. Yet you don't want to believe that shit. And yet you still want to follow these fucking people that talk shit about you. Okay. How many times we had a white Superman? But instantly we get a black Superman? Oh, fuck you. Oh, what? Superman can't be black? He can't be an Afro fucking person? He's an alien. He could be anything. He could be a fucking dragon with a fucking S on it. And you still fucking complain about it? Superman could be anything. Little Mermaid, Ariel could be anything. So you complaining that, oh, how dare you make a black? Subconsciously racist. That is what you are. You have in your subconscious, you are racist to your own kind or racist to colored people. That's what you are. You are subconsciously racist. You are. And I've seen it with people that follow me too. I won't mention names or anything like that, but I've seen it with people that follow me, and I've seen it that people that I follow too. And I'm just like, what's wrong with all of you? All of you are subconsciously racist. Some of you hate your own kind, and some of you that are Caucasian hate colored people. Not all of you. It's not all of you. I'll say that right now. It's not all of you. But it is some of you. And it's a lot of you, actually. Surprisingly. Right? Some of you guys think that, oh, no, all of that racist stuff is not a thing. Yes, it is. And the fact that you're trying to hide it is fucking bullshit. Alright? And this guy right here is fucking bullshit, too. It is.
And congratulations. You've mastered inclusivity. As stupid as this sounds, this is actually something that's done very, very often. And
See, look.
And a little bit of this, and congratulations. You've mastered inclusivity. As stupid as this sounds, this is actually something that's done very, very often.
You see this? Man of Tomorrow, does Superman need to be white? Hold on. This is the reaction for people. No, this is the reaction for people. Oh, okay, cool. Ah, what the fuck? That's your reaction. See, since I said with The Rock, it's because he's mixed. Half black and half Samoan. So, you know, there will be some people who will be like, oh, it's fine. But once it's instantly a brother, and once it's instantly a brother, you get offended by it. I have no respect for none of you. I have no respect. No fucking respect. Unsubscribe to me. I don't care. I just know that you're a piece of shit and you don't deserve the air I breathe. You don't. You don't deserve the air I breathe. You don't. Okay? You're looking at all of this shit, and the thing is too, you being represented, and yet you still want to fucking complain about it. It's like the whole thing when Obama was president, I literally was like, oh, cool, we might get a Puerto Rican president, and people were like, oh, you're gonna smirk? You're gonna smirk? By the way, Obama is not all the way fucking, he's not pure fucking carbon. He's mixed. The reasons why he became president. They're not gonna have a full fucking carbon person be fucking president. Are you stupid? That happened once and they killed him. His name was fucking Lincoln. And no, Lincoln wasn't white. He was literally carbon. Carbon. Like what you see me or this brother. Okay? Abraham Lincoln wasn't like that. The Abraham Lincoln that they showed you in fucking goddamn school is completely different. Completely fucking different. Alright? So stop listening to the shit that you learned in school. See, the shit that you still using, that you learned from school, I'm looking at you and you look pathetic in my eyes. Because you're not learning. You're not learning out of the box that they fucking put you in. Same thing with this whole religious shit and fucking bullshit. Seriously, you're inside a box that you don't want to get out of. Because, oh, I'm afraid. Yeah, you're afraid of yourself. That's what you're afraid of. You're not afraid of this devil, God shit. You're afraid of you. Because that's what the devil and God all really are. It's you. Whether you like it or not. Whether you believe it or not. Because that's what it is, baby. That's what it truly is. In a spiritual enlightenment way, that's what it really is. And I don't give a fuck if you agree with me or not. Because that's what it really fucking is. That's cosmic shit. And it's real. Okay? It is 100% real. And you can't deny that shit. Even if you did deny that shit, doesn't matter. It's still real. So even if you ignore it, it will still come back to haunt you and creep up on you. Right? Let's go back. Because I'm not even going to watch his full fucking video anyways.
And sometimes it works, but most of the time...
See, I even pointed that out. Well, when Samuel L. Jackson was playing as Nick Fury, I literally pointed to my friend, I'm like, no one doesn't have a problem with Nick Fury being changed to a copper person, but you have a problem with Ariel and Superman, and yet this brother is pointing out, oh, but there's some exceptions. Where's the some exceptions part? We haven't even seen them act yet, and already you want to be like, no pat, no pat, no pat. Subconsciously racist. That's what you are. Subconsciously racist. You're subconsciously racist. It's a thing. Don't tell me it's a thing. It's a thing. For crying out loud, the fucking white man had to beat you during slavery for you to have that in your fucking goddamn head. Yes. Fucking idiot. Don't tell me, oh, that's not true. Have you ever heard of generational trauma? It's actually a thing. Look that shit up. I don't have to explain to you what the fuck generational trauma is. Alright? Maybe I should, for the stupid ones. Here's a story. A cow touches a fence that gets electrocuted in the nose. Has babies. The cows don't even touch the fence. Why? Because that trauma that the cow had that eventually spread to her babies. They didn't even touch the fence. What does that? That's generation trauma. Don't fuck with me. Fucking idiots want to act like, oh, I know everything. I know what it is. I know what it is. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because everything you try to say that you know what it is, it's literally not. Don't feel too bad about yourself. Don't. Because I used to be in the same situation as you. Alright? Right? I'm saying this right now. I'm not mad at you, per se. I'm a little bit mad at you because you're not seeing the light. But I'm more mad at the fact that, well, to be honest, you're a grown fucking adult and you have the internet on you. So you know what? It is kind of your fault. It is. You have the internet. You can research all day if you want. But no one doesn't want to learn all of this shit. No one doesn't want to be, oh, that's too depressing. That's too this and that. What are you, a fucking one of these fucking pussy motherfucker bitches that are like, oh, let's not talk about history. It hurts too much. It's funny because that comes from a Caucasian, right? It's always a Caucasian. Have you noticed that? It's always these white motherfuckers. Yeah, I said it. Again, going back, it's not all of you. But even some of you Caucasians will admit, yeah, some of us are fucking pathetic. And don't fucking learn. And don't want to fucking wake up because they want to be in this religious type shit. Or whatever fucking stupid mindset you have just because what society put you in. God, get out of that box too. Shit.
Doesn't. Race swapping is the absolute laziest way.
Okay, right there. Right there. Look, if you think race swapping is lazy and shit like that, look, let me tell you this. The reason I'll just pointing this out anyways. The reason they do is because they're trying to tell you something. Right? And first of all, MJ is not supposed to be attracted to 30 to 40-year-old men. You sick fuck. She's supposed to be attracted to men to that whole age range. If you're in your 40s and 30s and you look at MJ, Nostalgia Critic, and you look at MJ, the Walker Brothers, and they look at it and they're like, well, she's not this and that. And I'm like, yeah, because she's not supposed to be. And you sick fucks. Dumbasses, man. Oh, she doesn't have red hair and all that shit? Yeah. And? Oh, but she doesn't have this and that. And? Who cares? Why do you care more than anyone else? Oh, because I'm a fan of shit like that. No, you're not. No, you're not. You just don't want diversity in your shit. Going back, they literally telling you why they doing this. They don't have to explain it to you. Why does everything need to be explained to you? Why does everything need to be explained to you on a silver fucking platter like a fucking goddamn idiot? Hello? Are you thinking? How about if they... How come that didn't cross your mind of like, hey, maybe if they changed Superman to black, maybe that's what he... Maybe the reason they made him black is because that's what maybe he really is. Have you thought about that? Have you really thought about that? But no, you don't want to think about that because your philosophy and your science that they taught you in school is so fucking grand and epic, right? It's so perfect. There's no flaws with it, right? There's never no flaws with it, right? you know, the school that you know, went to, or the government that's around you, they will never lie to you. No, no, no. That's too much for you to handle, right? That's too much for you to handle.
To diversify a cast of characters. Taking an existing character and altering little else besides the way that they look completely misses the point of diversity. Physical appearance is just one of many factors that...
Okay. They show Deadshot. Isn't Deadshot already... Look, I think Deadshot was a Caucasian person at first. Then they changed him into a Carving guy. And then they put Will Smith in it because he was like that in the comic books. And no one didn't mind it. But now you mind it now because they put it in live action, right? And the thing is, too, I want to point this out, too. My friend literally said this, too. I think this guy points out Miles Morales, like, look at that movie. And my friend is literally saying, yeah, look at that movie with the you know, with the pop music and the stereotypical thing of what colored people should listen to. Thank you! You look at the Spider-Verse with Miles Morales and you'll be like, yeah, that's great, pop songs and all that shit. But yet, if they don't do that with another movie, you instantly be like, no, fuck it. Subconsciously racist. Why do you need a fucking pop song of a color person to be in a color movie to represent you? Oh, but yeah, that's our culture. No, it's not. No, it's not. That's not your culture. That's the fake culture that they fucking gave you, motherfucker. The real culture is what it is in the Egyptians, motherfucker. That's your real culture. Fucking don't tell me anything differently. It is you. Okay? So you so-called black man? It is. So-called black man, so-called Afro man? I'm saying that right now. You ancestors are the Egyptians. Your ancestors are the Mayans. Your ancestors are the Mesopotamians. Okay? But you don't want to think that you are so great and powerful and all that. You want to think that you're weak. See? Subconsciously racism. You think your own kind is weak, so you think you're weak, and so you want to see white people on the screen instead of your own fucking goddamn race. Subconsciously racism. That is what it is. Subconsciously racism. That is what it is. That is what it is. That is what it is. Continue on with this stupid fuck. Seriously. Because I can't deal with dumb people. I will call you fucking names if you're fucking goddamn stupid. I don't give a fuck. Because at that point, technically, yeah, I guess I'm picking on you, right? Nah, man. And look, in all seriousness, when you see people like that, and you know it's your own kind, you just look at them and you're like, you could be so much better, and yet you don't think you're better. That's fine. That's you, not me. And at least I think I'm freaking amazing. You know, at least I think I'm freaking, you know, unique and I could change the world just by literally meditating or building. But you don't think that. You don't think meditating or making a triangle, a small one, and putting it in the ground, you don't think that changes nothing. Because that's your mindset. That's your mindset. You don't think nothing would change around here, so you want the norm to keep being the same. You want your own people to keep getting shot by these Caucasians, and yet you don't want no justice. Yet you screaming for justice while you fucking have a fucking goddamn sign saying, I want this and that. That ain't gonna do shit. That's exactly what they want. They want you to fucking goddamn protest. Because when you protest, they looking at you like, ha ha, look at those idiots. Look at them. They go like, ar, 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 ar. They're literally laughing at you every time you protest. And I laugh at you too. Because you're an idiot. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. At this point in the game, you should know by now. At this stage of the game, you should know by now. And I'm not talking about waking up here and everything like that. I'm talking about literally just common fucking sense. Common fucking sense. But you don't have that. So many people don't have that. Common fucking sense, right? You don't want to have that, right? You know what? People that don't have common sense, guess what? They die. That's how it is in the animal kingdom. So don't say that, oh, that's so fucked up. It happens in the animal kingdom. So fuck off.
give people their unique identity.
If you don't evolve in the animal kingdom, if you don't evolve, you die out. So that's what's happening right now. People like me that are talking the way I'm talking are evolving. You are too. You are too, you know, brother that's making this video. You are too, but you don't know it. And that's fine. That's fine. I'm not blaming you for that. But what I am going to blame you is that you're not doing your research or looking at this shit and seeing it in another point of view. You just want to see it in a white man's point of view. Because that's what you have, a white man's brain. What? Maybe I shouldn't say that. You just have a brain that what these Caucasians want you to think of. Like these elites of the world. Alright? Even these elites of the world don't care about their own kind. Don't care about their own Caucasian people anyways. Right? So think about that.
They also have their own cultures, perspectives, and experiences. I don't care if the Slayer from Doom is white, black, or fucking purple. He's still not going to be relatable. id Software could announce tomorrow that for their next game, they're going to make Doom Guy look like Idris Elba. I wouldn't give two shits. Ripping and tearing through an onslaught of demons from hell is hardly what I would call the black experience. A character that was originally fair-skinned, effectively being given an alternate minority palette swap is nothing groundbreaking.
Okay, right here. I want to point this out.
id Software could announce tomorrow that for their next game, they're going to make Doom Guy look like Idris Elba. I wouldn't give two shits. Ripping and tearing through an onslaught of demons from hell is hardly what I would call the black experience. A character that was originally fair-skinned, effectively being given an alternate minority palette swap is nothing groundbreaking.
You're right. It is nothing. But they do still represent you in Super Smash Brothers. You know what they called? You know what they called? You're going to say I'm racist for saying it. But no, it's actually true. Because Nintendo's fucking racist as fuck. You want to know? You want to know so-called black man or so-called Afro person? So-called Afro color person? You want to know who's represent to you in Smash Brothers? Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. Whether you like it fucking or not, or you think I'm gone, that's what Nintendo does. Okay? And you being like, oh, just a palette swap of me changing a white person to a black person. Oh. Again, going back, subconsciously racist, man. You're subconsciously racist. You don't say that about Donkey Kong when you change his fucking different furs and shit. Right? Right? And the thing is too, mostly all your Smash Brothers characters are actually carbon. They're not white, they're carbon. Well, why they look white? Because it's a different tone of carbon. You think a white person is gonna shoot superpowers out of their fucking goddamn hands like Superman? You're dumb! You're fucking dumb! It's not like that. Okay? What drugs you're taking? Nature, baby. I'm taking nature. I'm literally meditating, literally seeing what we used to be. I'm telling you what you used to be. But you know, going back to what I said, all you care about is what the white man tells you, man. If the white man tells you you were a slave, you will believe it. But the white man would never tell you that you kicked his ass during slavery time. They would never tell you that. They would never tell you the battle of 1812. They would never tell you that. They would keep that shit a secret. The battle of 1812, we were kicking these Caucasians' asses. Because we realized they're not supposed to be in this planet. Because everyone in this whole planet used to be color. Oh, but that ruins your reality, right? Oh, no, not everyone in this planet used to be carbon color. No, ah! No, that's the truth. And nothing but the truth, baby. Alright? That's what happens when you do fucking research. That's what happens when you keep searching on the internet because that's what you have. The internet on your phone. So what are you doing here? Talking shit. Talking shit, something that you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
It blows my mind when a minority actor is given the role of a white character and people gas up the film or showrunners for doing the bare minimum. Wouldn't it have been infinitely better if they had created an entirely new character who is a minority with their own backstory that better resonates with that demographic? Back in 2010, with The Amazing Spider-Man still in production, there was a bit of an online movement to cast actor Donald Glover for the role of Peter.
Spider-Man, maybe he doesn't have to be white. Maybe he could be black or Hispanic or something like that. And then somebody put a big picture of me in the comments. It was like, Donald Glover can play Spider-Man. He's nerdy.
This, of course, never came to fruition, and Andrew Garfield got the role instead. But years later, Glover still managed to land a role in a Spider-Man film. Not as the titular character, but as Aaron Davis, uncle to Spider-Man. No, not that Spider-Man. This one.
Yeah, you see? You see? Right there. Sorry. See, right there. Right there. Right there that says that, hey, he should have been Spider-Man for this movie, but no, it was Andrew Garfield. Okay, but then eventually he became the uncle to another Spider-Man, which is fine. But then they show a pop song in the Spider-Man movie. I don't hate pop songs, but when you have a color person in the movie and then you have a pop song, I'm sorry, that's disrespectful. I think that's really disrespectful. I think that is. That's like having a Hispanic person in the movie and then you have Hispanic music. Oh, but it's part of their culture. Who said that there is? Who said that it was part of their culture? What? Exactly, you don't know. You were told. You don't know, you were told. Oh, but my family and shit, they were told too. By their other family members, and then eventually their other family members that were slaves were told that they are this type of ethnicity, and if you don't like it, we will kill you. That is what it is. Don't fuck with me with this bullshit. Don't fuck with me with this fucking bullshit you want to fucking put. What about jazz music? I don't have a problem with jazz music. It's in Cuphead. Jazz music is perfect. All people made jazz. Okay? All people have made great fucking things. But yet you want to think that we don't make great things. But yet you still want to admit that we made great things. But yet you don't want to admit that we made the fucking goddamn pyramids. See, you want to say you're great, but when people point out that you are great and you make the pyramids, you want to be like, nah, that's not us. That's not us. That's some guy with a fucking UFO that came down that looks like a fucking great alien with big fucking goddamn eyes. Are you stupid? You are fucking retarded. I'm dealing with stupid here. Again, I should have a fucking t-shirt. Dealing with stupid. Pointing this way and that way and fucking everywhere. Literally. Pointing this way and that way. But you know, having a Miles Morales with this pop song is fine too. You know, this whole thing looks fucking epic, but do they really need to have that pop song? Seriously. Do they really need to have that pop song? They could have put any song to fit with the vibe with this theme, but they used the pop song. Why? Oh, because Miles is black. What? Miles is black. What? Miles is black. See, going back, subconscious racist, man. So going back, if I make a movie and I'm Hispanic and I put no music that Hispanic is okay. If I make a movie and I'm so-called Hispanic, Afro-Hispanic, and there's no Hispanic music in the background, you're gonna call me that's messed up? Oh, that's not diversity enough? Oh, that's not a good film. Maybe I want to use another track to emphasize more what's happening in the fucking movie or what video I'm making. That's what these developers should have done in this movie. I love the Spider-Man Multiverse movie. I do. I love this movie. I do. But once it has something like that, I'm just like, guys, you could have fit something that was 10 times better and 10 times more epic, and it would have had a memorable track, and people would have remembered that track for years to come. Kind of like, oh, I don't know, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man track, for example? But no, that's too much for you, right? That's only good for the Caucasian race. When it comes to, the color race, we need to have, like, this type of shit. We need to have songs that be like, yeah, fuck this woman, fuck this bitch, let's beat this nigga up, I want to shoot some guns and shit like that. You want to listen to that type of song. You want to put that type of song in this type of fucking goddamn atmosphere. Fucking toxic, man. Fucking toxic as fuck. Fucking toxic.
We still got our black Spider-Man, but he's not just Peter Parker, but black. Miles is his own character, yet is still undeniably Spider-Man. Both the Spider-Verse and Insomniac renditions of the character do an excellent job of giving Miles his own identity, while still maintaining all of the elements that make a great Spider-Man story. Much like Miles, Kamala Khan is a character that's derivative of an older, do an excellent job of giving Miles his own identity, while still maintaining all of the elements that make a great Spider-Man story. Much like
This guy, not the YouTuber, Kevin Feige, this guy, the president, Marvel Studio, this guy wants to make superheroes carbon. He wants to make superheroes like my skin and like your skin. Like so-called black and so-called Afro-Hispanic. He wants to make superheroes like that. Why do you think that is? It's for a reason. It's for a reason. I'm closing this fucking video off from this guy. Alright? Because it's true. You're not thinking? He literally said that, hey, maybe I should make these characters color because it would be because it would tell the story better. Maybe I should make these characters black or Hispanic because it would tell the story better. So, that's it. That's really it. The reason I had to point this stuff out is because there's people around here that are really fucking dumb and really don't know. And we have some racist motherfuckers around here. To our own kind, obviously. And our own kind are racist to our own kind. Because they want to be like the white man. And I didn't even point out what he fucking goddamn said. He mentions that he's Muslim or some shit like that. Black Muslim. And I'm looking at him like, yeah, okay. And you're talking about all of this stuff. Religious as fuck. Are you saying, what are you trying to say? That I'm using my own religious faith on this? No. You said that, not me. You know? So, ain't no stand and overstand why this is happening. If you don't like this, we're too fucking bad. You're racist. You are. You're automatically racist. You're subconsciously racist. You are. You subconsciously don't like people. You subconsciously don't want people to be represented as what they're originally supposed to be, which is color folk. Earlier, the original mermaid is supposed to be carbon. Look at the history of the Nomos. You guys are acting like mermaids and all shit is not real. They're fucking real. Look at the Nomos. The Nomos are real. Look at the fucking name Nomos. Alright? And look what they look like. Do they look like something that you see what Ariel looks like? No. There'll be something. Have you ever seen the movie Luca? That's what the mermaids look like. That's what the real mermaids look like. But all of you guys want to be like, no, they look pretty white Caucasian with red hair and all that shit. Who told you that? Who told you that? Who told you that? Well, it was in these Disney movies and everything like that, so I think that is accurate. No, it's not accurate, you dumb idiot. You dumb idiot. You mean to tell me there's gonna be mermaids living in the ocean, and there's heat under the ocean. I hope you know that. There's heat. And you suspect a Caucasian fish to survive there? Or should I say an orc? Because that's what you guys are. You guys are orcs. You guys are pigs. That's what you are. Look at Lord of the Rings. That's literally your origins. You came out of the dirt of mud. And that's where you're going to go back to. The mud. Alright? That is what the planet wants to do to you. Because the planet's pissed. The planet does not want orcs here anymore. The planet doesn't want orcs here anymore. But I'm not going to get into that. All I have to say is that you guys need to pay attention to why these are the way they are. But you guys just want to act like this is, they want to change everything. Oh, they want to change an area to a black area. No, please stop it. And going back to what I said, if it's any of you color folk that's trying to stop that shit, guess what? Karma's going to get you. Karma is going to get your ass. I'm telling you that right now. Karma is going to get your ass. Don't worry about these Caucasian people. Why are you worried about them? Worry about yourself. Yeah, well, you're so worried about literally living in their lifestyle that you forgot to live in your own lifestyle. And maybe you finally can see all these movies and be like, holy shit. The reason we have a so-called black guy as a Human Torch is because they're telling me that I am the Human Torch. Like my ancestors were the Human Torch. But yet, you guys are going to think that's fantasy and all that shit. But yet, you're going to follow a fucking Bible. You're going to follow a Bible that's been written thousands of fucking times by a Caucasian that doesn't want to tell your history. Sink that in. And any of you religious folk come here and try to debate with that, I'm literally deleting your comment and blocking your ass. Because this is not a religious thing or anything like that. This is true fucking fact. And if you don't like it, well, how about this? Suck up and do your research, or grab your little fucking panties, alright? Grab your little fucking panties and go to your mama. Alright? Because apparently you still need to suck on your mommy's nipple. Alright? And that's how I'm going to fucking goddamn close it.